folks, welcome back for another episode of Schwaaard's Journeys, and we are gonna be that's right, I'm not starting again. We're gonna keep pushing through it because that's what you gotta do. You gotta persevere. You can't always start the video and start it all over again because that's not the way life works. Isn't that right, folks? Huzzah! Here we go. Guitarist gave me this list. Guitarist on bass, a good friend of the channel, sent this over after we watched one of his games. We were astounded by the play and by the results we got. I don't remember if he called it General Krabby himself. It kind of sounds like something I would have called it, but I don't want to sell anybody short on their ability to name decks in an amazing fantastic way. My brain's all over the place, as is per usual. So anyway, this is it. It is a spell sword, and that's part of the reason why I chose it. Oh, crapola. Guitarist, I'm sorry, I looked at the deck list. I checked it out really quick before we started, and I'm seeing Poopstone. You know what? Wow. I am being made to play Poopstone against my will. Because I make it a point not to tamper with decks because, you know, they're very delicate. I mean, for anybody who doesn't know CCG deck construction, I mean, I've seen people like argue and get into the minutia of like one card versus one other one. So in other words, a 50 card deck, and they're like have this heated debate as to which card, like one of card they're going to include, because that's how tricky the balance can be, how tenuous the Narcissus. Cool, the Immortal. Cool. Okay. Well, we're you know, okay. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if I can't, because I know Narcissus comes from, I believe it comes from a guy named Narsil. No, that was the sword from Lord of the Rings. Who knows? All I know is we've got a 1-cost enraged mud crab coming down on turn 1. We have the ring, so. You will be devoured in shadow. Well, there's poop on the board. There's poop on the board. Oh, good lord, there's poop on the board. Arguably, as soon as I ringed her out, I thought, you know what, I should probably hold on to my lethal until the gate spawns. Yeah, and since we don't have any creatures, well, we have one, so we're only going to get one rally off. But. So now we don't even get to really.
Should have been more worthy.
Yeah, I guess this is our next play. So not the kind of start we wanted to the day. Well, I mean, first of all, I had Poopstone in my deck. So, but yeah, as I said, I never want to mess with that, especially if I'm showcasing somebody else's deck. I don't want to be like, hey, this is their deck with a few changes that I made, and then have it be like absolute crap. So, you know, as is my standard disclaimer, that your results may vary, your mileage may very well vary. And yeah, hopefully it will. Because usually I'm not all that amazing. Once I steps out of my comfort zone, I don't think I've ever played a spell sword, a spell Schwaaard. I've never played a spell Schwaaard deck before. So this is going to be interesting. He's definitely got a way to bust this guy open. He's got the I will take that. Get him, Krabby. So as we learned, and as a reminder, if the 6/6 that look, I'm not necessarily annoyed. I just don't necessarily need to hear from folks, especially when they're running. It's a bias. I'll admit it's a bias, prejudice, if you will.
You will know pain and suffering.
You're mine now.
So yeah, we've got it. We'll be able to eat it. Let's see. What are you going to get rid of? Old Salty's Assault? Yep. I mean, the good news is they played everything, but we've seen. I mean, you saw with. Oh man, I don't want to use. We need to kill that gate, but 2, 4, 9, 10. We have okay. So crapola. So she's going to be up. The problem is. Okay, so she's going to spit out a 3. I don't like the looks of that. 3. I don't know. I should do math in my head, right? 3 and 5. That leaves 3 plus. No, we're not going to be. We'd have to edicts. I guess we're just going to edict the gate. Well, no. You know what? We're going to wait. We're going to wait to edict the gate because this guy's going to trigger something. And I want him to think here. Go ahead and play her as well.
Let's see if we can find something.
Because he can't. He's not going to be able to get. Well, unless he had. Well, he can't. He doesn't have raiding party, or invasion party. So, I mean, he could buff it up. I mean, obviously we know this is a dead card. So he's got 2 cards that could possibly benefit from this, being charged up as it is. There we go.
All too simple.
That's not a Daedra, is it? No, it's not. Okay. So, I mean, this is the question. Ooh, Tullius. Okay, so we've got some good stuff for later on. I'm thinking I might necro her back. Death is but a doorway. This just gives us a lot more weapons. Now we are going to get a rune break here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are going to overdraw if they go face hardcore. All right. So now they're getting the keywords. Now we got to nuke the thing. But I mean, you could argue I waited too long. Yeah, we're getting nuked. We're getting nuked. Hopefully nothing really awesome comes down next turn. Dude, that can't save your butt. I mean, not that he needs it. We're probably dead already, but
let's put these.
We don't have the ring. We can do this. That'll help us next time. Of course, now we are going to be putting a whatchamacallit there. Because they're going to trade. He's going to get the thing. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, but. Yeah. It's not looking good here, folks. But at least, I mean, this is less painful than what I'm used to with invades, so all right with me.
You're mine.
Go. And I think that's just going to do it for us. Unless we get something really lucky. Not really. So we're just going to leave out here. So, yeah. It is a rocky start. A rocky start all over the place today. But we're hanging in there because that's what we've got to do. And there we go. Losing some ground. So, I mean, part of it is familiarity with the deck. I'm not used to a lot of these moving pieces. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy. Like, give me a big body, can do stuff, and that's it. When you start getting like the illusion mage, never blah 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 blah, like that guy, I'm like, I mean, I know how to use him. I know what he does, but it's like my brain doesn't necessarily go there first. So there's some cards in here that it just aren't gonna be. They're not necessarily gonna like. I don't have a plan per se. It's not like, oh, if I can get this card down, then I can do this and this. Now, if I did my homework and I studied it and was like, oh, I could do this nifty thing. I just know it did really well when we watched Guitarist on Bass play it. So I was like, well, fabulous. That must mean I can do it too. But that's not the case. Ooh, 2 mud crabs in a row. 3 1-drops. And we got the ring. It feels kind of like a waste to get a
Luck to your house.
To get 1-drops when you have the ring because you don't technically need them, but I will be happy to save that ring charge. Ooh, flesh atronach. I'm not worried too much about the old raging horker, unless I mean now these are the colors that you would see a self-harm deck in, so we would have been rightly and truly. Oh my gosh, mud crabs aplenty.
Read my lips. Mouth paws.
Could argue I should do that.
merchant. Read my lips.
Other friendly
Mouth
wolves.
paws.
I don't know how many actions we've got. We'll go ahead and
Did I
poke.
stutter or something?
So,
Should have been more worthy.
we will see if things get any better for us, despite
I
my
slay the unworthy.
yeesh. Yeesh. By yeesh, I mean,
Did I stutter?
you know what?
Stutter.
Let's keep the gravy train going. Come back, mud crab merching. Well, draw a card. Card draw.
Did I stutter? Or
I mean,
something?
we've had quite a few mud crab merchants today or this morning, right now, just now, and none of them have been amazing. But we can only hope that. Well, we don't have to hope. We know what our opponent got, but it was a mediocre mud crab
If
merchant.
you're looking
It's
for
an
trouble,
MMMM, and that is not fabulous at all. I do not like that particular card. We have no action, so Shimmering Pillar doesn't really do anything. And this is going to start snowballing on us really hard. So we need bodies on the board. That's about the biggest body we got.
Never know I was there.
Did I stutter or something? Stutter or something?
Yeah, these are gonna start being problematic. We're doing this just in case a Triumphant Jarl maybe is there. I'm just trying to keep pace. But yeah, this just feels like a rough day in general. Not because the game is doing whatever. I just feel like I'm maybe not right in the right headspace, and our opponents seem to have some really good answers for our stuff. So
Should have been more worthy.
we needed a boost for this.
I seek Sothasil's knowledge.
Okay, well,
Justice will be done.
wow. Oh gosh.
Did I stutter or something?
I slay the unworthy.
Oh jeez. Wow. Yeah, we're just gonna hold here, I think. Yeah. Wow. 5 cost Tullius conscription. I'm gonna say this right now, folks. If we end up losing this thing after that, I mean, I still think it's possible. I absolutely think it's possible, but I can't really complain.
I know a short.
Cannot complain.
And now for a practical demonstration. Done.
Well, then again, maybe I can. I mean, that's just a lot of damage that our opponent's been able to do.
I'll take them with me. I know you're out there.
Let's see. Is this guard and charge? I think that's what we need to see here.
Fly like the wind.
Fly like the wind, bullseye!
Canarthi's breath.
I'm just trying to avoid any chargers getting to our face. I mean, he could obviously have removal for this, but I figured we just have a guard in each lane just to kind of be as smart as we can be about it. Wow. Okay. Might be able to OTK Flesh Atronach if we stay alive long enough. It's a pretty big if. So yeah, he's got removal for that. Surprise, surprise. Of course, once again.
Here's how it's done.
words are the Empire.
Actually, you know what?
The Empire has
your
no
command.
base in Skyrim. Wait, did you hear that?
Now he has to trade or he loses. Haha! I mean, he could remove it and still hit me in the face, obviously, but or charge with another creature, but that'd be kind of fun. I mean, well, yeah, I wouldn't want to win that way, but it'd be kind of funny if Master Shafe 27 forgets. Balgriff's. I mean, he obviously Balgriff is. No. What do you got? A big charger then? He's got to. Yeah, he's got another one. But that's not. That's a 2/3. Did he not know that comes out as a 2/3?
Steal from folks who ain't using it. That's
Dude.
the key.
Did you just get? You just gave me the game. Okay. I don't know what happened there, folks. I don't know what happened. We get a 0 cost conscription, the most randomest thing ever, and then our opponent leaves Balgriff on the board. Could have been out of charity. Maybe he was given up because of the. I mean, honestly, if my opponent was able to play a Tullius conscription on turn 0 or with 0 cost, I would probably be a bit tilted. Although I don't know, that this new leaf that I've turned over, I don't really get tilted too darn none much. I mean, I get a little bummed, like my energy goes down a little bit, like you see invade and stuff. You're like, eh. A very old lady, 4397. But can we trust it? I mean, the God of the Machine. So which one are we talking about? Is it a very old lady, or is it the God of the Machine, or is the God of the Machine a very old lady? Stay tuned to find out. Well, actually, no. We won't really know. We may never know. We will never know. But we will say hello.
To your house.
Because whether it's the God of the Machine or a very old lady, you want to be courteous. Okay.
I know you're out there. Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that. I mean, right now, either our Dark Seducer or Clan Sorcerer are gonna get super duper buffed. Well, 3 creatures have to die, unfortunately. Yeah, we're gonna put this over here because this makes me think it's a little more aggressive in nature, and so I want to give it a juicy target to trade into. Chooses not to trade. Okay, that's okay too. That's less okay. That can't really play anything because it needs to be neutral stuff. So
Training is over.
I know
It's
you're
time
out
to
there.
act.
cool. Alright, so we can't trade with our 5th Legion, who is, again, holding the wrong pointy end the wrong direction. Okay, lots of shackling going on here. Lots of shackling going on. Treeminder would get the job done, but why not play old Salty Uncurved? Try a little actually, oh, if we only had 1 Magicka left, we could kill the mammoth with it, but destroy all creatures except for the most powerful creature on both sides of that lane. I don't know that he's going to want to do that. Or, if it is the old lady, if she's going to want to do that. So this definitely has to be the target this time, because any trade right now is going to... Oh, crap. That actually was... I just gave him the dumbest possible thing I could do. But I'm okay with it, because it wasn't like all that amazing anyway. Alright, I'm thinking... I mean, I can only play really one of them. Poop stone. There we go.
The tribunal's lacking.
Are we gonna do this? Yeah. I'm not sure why, but I just have a feeling we need to be pushing a little bit ourselves.
You must be.
This. Hey, I'm not mad at you. Thank you, Shadowfen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I mean, we might edict you, but we still appreciate you.
For Vela.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Big old crab. Big old prophecy. Big old javelin. Or Oreo cookie. Gal.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Or neither.
The waters of life.
All right. Let's see. It's got another silence. Another removal. What you got for me? What you gonna do? Okay, more silence.
Your fear.
We can only hope that.
Three gods. One true.
So we can't target this guy with actions. So I think maybe just. I did that because
Walk with our Lord.
I don't. If there is removal, I didn't want that 5/5 to still be on the board and not be able to edict it. So probably got a silence for this.
You must be cleansed.
Wow. That is a bit obnoxious, not gonna lie. That's 3 silences. Well, our
Behold my
whatever thing got
power.
silenced. Okay, so we are definitely once again in a crappy situation. We have to make the trades.
Your blood stands forfeit.
Is this time to edict? Just edict, edict, edict.
I do not fear them.
I slay the unworthy.
As you wish.
So unfortunately, really nothing of great value to silence, other than our Black Marsh Warden. We can actually get a pretty big. Ooh boy, that's death. That's death. If we can't finish it this turn, which I don't think we can, and we can't because, of course. All right. Well, this has just been less than happy day. So he's got 13. We can't do anything about it.
Chimeric spirit of the sky. Guide
Should
us.
have been more worthy.
So, barring a prophecy, we are deadzo. I don't even know what we've got prophecy-wise, but looks
The
like...
gods guide and protect us.
Okay, well, there we go. Go ahead and finish that off then. Good game.
This was a worthy
Yeah,
contest.
we just... we literally have to be handed a win today in order for that to happen. And we were handed a win, a magnificent win. And everything else has been garbage. Yeah. I mean, I've said it many times before, and it's not a sour grape thing, but honestly, like, not making a video at this point, I just don't play Tesla for the rest of the day. That's my personal thing. Just because there's just days where you just feel like you're just going to be up against it. Like sometimes it goes back and forth, but I mean, again, if our opponent didn't just disregard Balgruuf, we were going to lose that game too. So I think we'd be 0 for 4. And I mean, if you're going to play all day, the law of averages, eventually you're going to come out of it. But if you're just trying to get like an hour of playtime in, why? It's just the vibes are all wrong, you know?
Luck to your house.
Talking mud crab merchant. Read my lips.
I mean, it doesn't help when you make misplays like I do. Like, hey, wipe out my entire lane. Like, that was a really dumb play. So it could argue, and so I guess that is my qualifier. It's not a great day to play, whether it means I'm just of the mind where I make stupid mistakes, so many stupid mistakes that it actually does, and in fact destroy my ability to play, or whether it's
Wait, did you hear that?
whether it's the game is doing janky things or what have you. It's not. I'm not necessarily the game is itself. I'm saying the playing experience is not one that is fertile. The ground is not fertile with with you know, the things.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
I'll take
I don't think we want to give him a
We draw power from their blood.
we're not going to give him a CAD for a 1 damage to face. We definitely don't want Serial to get in. If we can avoid it, I mean, Pact Oathman might be able to do it, or they've got the answer for the guard, because that is what goes on today. There you go. Definitely going to get a lot of pilfers in. Definitely going to screw us over pretty bad. Interesting.
You will die where
That's a little surprising. I guess they didn't want to give us a card. And gonna execute our 1/1. No. Okay.
You will
Interesting.
feed my clan.
Oh, you know what?
Come. Do my bidding.
I should have done that first. Grab that. Just because we are kind of on the offensive right now.
Take them with me.
Yeah. I'm just shifting into offensive mode. We've been kind of playing defense, and I'm just not great with defense. Which is weird, because when I played soccer or football,
someone who fights back.
as the friends across the pond would say, the only position I liked playing was defense.
Long live the Skald King.
And not going to be able to trigger fully, which is good. So, 3 more creatures died.
I'll take them with me.
1,
Khajiit doesn't
2,
need to be followed.
3. So we get a blood magic spell. That's
Feed my
stellar.
clan.
And can't really do anything with that. We could who done it? Drain life. Okay, not too shabby. That's actually a nice 10-point swing really right there. Take 5 from our opponent to give it back to ourselves.
No hard feelings, right?
Oh, there's hard feelings, Serial. There's hard feelings. Okay. Dwarven Dynamo not being able to do anything right now is a problem.
This battle's as good as won.
You must pay to pass unhindered.
Alright. Do we Jarl? I think we Jarl, right? We can Mudcrab Merchant again.
Rise, my
I want something with... I want Reach. No, wait. Oh, no! Oh, there he is. Neither one of those are what we want. And we're not going to give him... We're not going to give him the 5. We're not going to give him the... Well, we could have, actually. We could have given him the 5. Oh, because if he's got the 3/5, we're screwed. Because they can all attack twice, we're pretty much dead. If he's got the 3/5.
I can take
He
a
doesn't...
hit
Well,
by
okay,
two
nope, that's
from
actually...
that.
We might... Maybe I should have played... That, and that was my... If we lose, then if he's got the 3/5, which it seems like he does...
This battle.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, then he wouldn't have traded otherwise. That's the thing that sucks. We're oh, no, we can. We got it. We got it. We got the win if he doesn't finish us off this turn. Or put a guard down.
Shall we put in a dishonest day's work?
Okay, not too shabby.
Isn't a lot.
Not too shabby. Okay, we've got it. We've got it.
behold my power.
Yeah, baby, we've got it.
Did I stutter or something?
All right, so we got really, really lucky
This was a worthy contest.
with the drain life. That's the reach we needed. Otherwise, probably lost the next turn. This episode is sponsored in small part by the Legendary Remnant Discord. If you want to talk about Tessel, if you want to create custom cards like the one you're about to see here, well, I shouldn't say that. If you want to create custom cards, there's a link. I believe Vincenzo left it, and that's why I ended up... I am completely embarrassed. The last custom card we did, I thought it was Vincenzo had said, hey, the last one I did, you're going to like it. So I just went back and looked at the last post that Vincenzo did, and it turns out the one that I did the last time, the sponsored card, was actually just the generic It's what you get when you go to the custom card creator. But if you go to the Discord, there is a link. Again, it's relatively recent that Vincenzo posted, and you can create your own custom card that has a template where you can change the image and stuff like that. I haven't done it myself, but a lot of folks have, and it just makes the process a lot easier. And it's kind of just plug and play, and you can create your custom cards again, like you're going to see here. Anyway, that's not done through the Discord. That can be done. You could probably search that out and find that link if you want to, but it is going to be there on the Discord as well. And yeah, if you want to talk, hang out. Again, it's been a little cobwebby, some crickets there at the moment, but we certainly look forward to it, and hopefully being able to get some forward momentum going here. I'll be able to start putting together the ideas for a tournament, at which point will be I don't even know why I said that. It's going to be sometime in the fall, coming up before October. So during the month of September, somewhere in there, there'll be like a week or 2 week span. I know I said a week per round, but it's probably like 3 days. So you have like a 3-day window where you and whoever you get matched up against can play your 3 games. It's going to be best 2 or 3. And anyway, we'll talk about that later. Let's get on to the custom card. So just because I had the bad luck of pulling the wrong card from Vincenzo, I will find the card that Vincenzo was referring to. But in the meantime, we have another action or shout creation from the brilliant mind of Beatrice. This one is Slow Time. It's a shout. I just said that. Shout level 1. Draw 1 card and gain your next turn magicka. Do not normal draw or gain magicka for your next turn. So card draw is pretty much negated. You do get 1 extra magicka, but the next turn you don't get that magicka, so you just pretty much get it 1 turn in advance. It does get much crazier from here though. Draw 2 cards and gain your next 2 turns magicka. Do not normal draw or gain magicka for your next 2 turns. And the third one, draw 3 cards and gain your next 3 turns magicka. Do not normal draw or gain magicka for your next 3 turns. So very apropos, very well named based on what it is doing. It's essentially, or I mean, you could also call it, borrowing on credit, call it borrowing on credit, because that's what you're doing. You're getting to have your magicka and your card draw early. I mean, on the first one, you're only getting your magicka 1 turn early, and by the next turn, it's negated because you're not actually getting more magicka that next turn. Which makes sense. Again, that first shout should not be amazing. The second one, though, being able to draw 2 cards on that turn. Now, and again, he said, now you don't. This doesn't stack with what you normally do. So you don't. It's not that you get your magicka, and you don't get your normal 1 magicka, 1 card, and then add these onto it. These are in lieu of. But even still, you're getting. So I guess the second time you're getting 1 extra card and 1 extra magicka. So not crazy, but the third one at a 3 cost, getting those extra cards and that magic. I mean, obviously that's a huge boost. You're getting free. Well, it's not free. It costs 3, but I wonder how that works. Gain your next 3 turns magicka. Okay, so this is something I just realized. So it costs 3 to play. So you get the 3 magicka on that turn, but if you have to play this to get that 3 magicka, it's a net 0 for that turn. Now your next turn, you'll have the next 2 turns magicka, and of course this is all snowballing. You get the 1, the 2, and the 3. But the fact, so it's not like an instant boost. You have to play 3 in order to get 3. So unless you're doing like word walls where you can upgrade these faster, but even then it's still going to be a 3 cost and draw 3 cards. Draw 3 cards and 3 turns magicka. This is another one. This is kind of like the deck today. It just kind of feels like I'm a little off on, like, just trying to really sort out exactly what all that implies. If we go by the trend, it probably does, especially at your 3rd level, probably does end up being a bit bonkers. But I think the fact that, because who done it? After you play however many cards you trade with it, you get a 0 cost whodunit or a 2 cost whodunit, and it ramps your magicka on the next turn, and that's not considered broken. So this one, if it gave you if this cost 0, then yes, I think that would be a problem. But you're not getting any extra magic. You're getting some extra cards. You're getting 2 extra cards on this play. Then 2 more cards on this one than you would have normally gotten. But in order to play, have that 3 extra magicka for the next turn, or 2 extra magicka for the next turn, you have to spend 3 to get it. So I'm just trying to sort out numerically, like how much of a net gain is it? Because that's the thing. Also, like when you get these cards where it's like draw a card, the Thieves Guild recruit, draw a card, but you had to play the Thieves Guild to get one. So you're really just swapping the card out. You're cycling through the deck, and even a card's like, hey, what's one of the biggest ones is Fresh Start, I think. And it's draw 3 cards. Well, yes, you draw 3, but you played the 1 card to draw those 3, so you're only really net gaining 2, and you're cycling 1 essentially. So the draw. I mean, obviously, draw is huge, and magicka is huge, and especially this being a neutral, meaning everybody can, instead of it just being your endurance cards. This actually allows ramp. I guess that's a big thing, right? I mean, it's not increasing your max magicka though, unless, well, it says next 3 turns magicka. So does that cap at 12? Because magicka naturally caps at 12 if you don't ramp. This isn't ramp. This isn't gain extra max magicka. This is just accelerating. So if you play this on turn 12, you don't get any benefit from it, right? Because your next turns wouldn't your magicka caps off there. So I think what I'm saying here, I think there's enough downside to it that at first I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And y'all can let me know, and many of you do, if you think it's OP or what you think of it. But I'm thinking with all of this and the costs involved and the fact that it is, you're not actually getting extra on top of what you normally get. It's subbing, and in the first 2, it's not really. The first one is, okay, it's business as usual, right? Well, no, because the first one is it costs 3 to play it. So you're down magicka. And actually same with the second one. I mean, now again, you're getting it for the next 2 turns, or you get your next 2 turns. Okay, so honestly, I do love being humbled by this kind of thing. So I don't know, does that mean your next 2 turns, meaning turn 3 and then turn 4, so you get 7 on the next turn? Because it's saying you get your next 2 turns magicka. So if you play this, well, let's say you play this on turn 3, your next turn is 4, the one after that is 5. That would be 9 magicka added, but then you don't get your gain magicka for 2 turns. So I don't know. I think there's enough ambiguity here that I really have not been able to sort out as I'm going through this, where I'm just not entirely sure what all that adds out to. I was thinking next 2 turns magicka, meaning you get the extra 1 and the extra 1, but next 2 turns magicka would be like if it just said 2, magicka. I don't know. I think 9 would be bonkers. Like that, you would just be ramped up to 12 in no time playing all 3 of these. So I think it is literally just 2 extra magicka a turn early. So it's really only 1 boost. Anyway, very interesting. Very interesting. Kind of a crazy, cool looking, spirally bit of art, slow time. It does seem to meet with that or agree with that or play into that, I guess, because you are fudging with time in terms of when you would normally draw cards or how many you would normally draw, that kind of thing. So I like all that, but I'll be honest, I have no clue if this would be a stinker or just OP, or actually if it works out the way it is. I really I would have to see it in action and everything. But projecting, just going, I don't think the first or second one really are that big of a help for costing 3. And then the third one, like I said, you get the next 3 turns, so you get 3 magicka. You'd get a sizable buff that next turn, unless you're playing it on turn 11 or 12, which, like I said, I don't think you would actually get that. So yeah, I'm just gonna say I would play this one as is and see what happens. But if history is any indication, it probably is OP on that third one particularly. But I just don't know My brain's having to do a little too many gymnastics through all this to sort through it. But definitely, beaters, thank you for putting my brain through its paces. Thank you all so much for taking a gander. And now let's get you back to what I'm sure is going to be a turning point and a great resurgence of dominance in the future games. I mean, we could have got something else, I guess, but so yeah, we are doing the yo-yo thing right now, which is never what you want to be doing. You feel the percentages. If you're winning 60% of the time, which for me is like a good day, it feels pretty good. Like 60% win rate feels pretty good. Obviously, anything higher than that feels great. But 50%, it feels kind of rough, and I think we're at 20% or 30%, so that feels much rougher. We do have the ring, but I want to get some of those lower costs. One drop that we saw earlier. Hey, well, but 2 drop is fine, and we have the ring, so it's good. Yeah. So updates like this age the video unnecessarily, but what the heck. So everything is going pretty good with the moves. I'm actually gonna do, hey, mud crab on.
Mud crab merchant. Read my lips.
Luck to your house.
We I hope you didn't think I said that because of what I drew. I was trying to say hello before it was too late, but I guess it kind of was. But okay. Get him, Krabby.
I slay the unruly.
Oh yeah, so I've got this idea. So if you all remember before, I had the nostalgia nook, and so behind me I had a bunch of like the video game covers, like old Nintendo games and everything.
Did I stutter or something?
I'll give him 2 targets. That's fine. Each friendly creature that died. We can ring her out next turn. And we don't mind if our opponent wants to give us a card. I'm totally fine with that. Cool.
My claws are sharp and thirsty.
Not a big fan.
Should have been
Not a
more
big fan.
work.
Well, the good news is we can play him down. So if our opponent is intending to squish, which it seems to be the case, or, well, Archer's Gambit would really screw us. So that's probably what we're looking at. But a squish, or a lane change, we're not too worried about. There you go. There we go. There we go. That's the way the cookie crumbles, and it crumbles all over my face.
Do not. I'll scout ahead.
Wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. All right. Well, we were gonna do Disciple, but
All right, men, on me.
and again, under no delusions, our opponent has a ton of the pings, crossbows, and archers, gambits, and a 75 card deck. We're probably going to see 2 or 3 of them in the next few turns, which is totally going to wreck us. But we are still playing because we are silly. But yeah, anyway, so the games were behind me. Unfortunately, there's really, I mean, I could do that again, but it really got really messy. I had to do a lot of work to fix the wall after that because I was nailing and pulling nails, and some of them didn't really sit right because the bottoms aren't perfectly flush, and so sometimes they'd fall off. And I mean, and there's like other times I want to do videos where there's not necessarily, it's a video game theme. So I mean, that's what the green screen is for, or the lack of a background, as you
lead
see.
my family to glory.
The waters of life.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, obviously this is the
Should have been more worthy.
so it doesn't want to get Tullius all that big.
For
That's
honor
kind of
and
the
glory.
point. Do this
I'll whip them into shreds.
again, understanding full well
Ready
that
to
there are 2
battle.
lethal creatures on here. Oh, and we're in range. We're in rage range. Oh, if they don't have an unstoppable rage on a day like this, then I will do a little dance. No, that wasn't it. It would be a little bit bigger than that. It won't be much bigger than that, but it will be a little bigger than that. It's one of the benefits of being able to stand up. And guitarist on bass, speak of El Diablo. He is here, so, okay, no dance needed. Wait, I said if they don't, right? On a day like today, I will dance. So do a little dance. Do a little dance. Oh, the Q-tip. Throw it away. Ah. I can't really do the Q-tip when you got earbuds in. Oh, well. I'm not going to like whatever this is. But it wasn't... Well, maybe it is a rage. If it is, then I raged too early, and I feel bad. Debilitate and rage? I don't know. What is it? It's going to hurt. We know it's going to hurt. It's not going to tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. So, okay, so you got the free dance because our opponent decided to take a while for that. But, sure. I mean, why not? Now, again, it has to have a way to do more stuff, of course.
The Black Hand sees all.
The void awaits you.
Okay, so we are just continuing to do the things,
Should have been more
knowing that we are probably very, very screwed. We could do Disciple and Sorcerer. Screw it, we'll just Jarl. Again, I mean, if another rage, but I mean, we're just circling the drain right now, folks. I'm under no delusions of grandeur.
What have we?
I mean, we could see a lane change and wipe this whole thing out, and then an archer's. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not dancing anymore, though. You got more than your dance that you were supposed to get because they did in fact have a rage. It just took a long time to figure out that was the card to play.
I do not fear death.
You should fear death. Death sucks. Well, actually, that's not fair. I can't really say that's from experience.
The void awaits you.
Is there any way that I can get rid of that 1/2?
I
It doesn't
smell
look like it.
the stench of the
Oh,
living.
just keep playing guards. Please, just keep playing guards. That's great. That's wonderful.
Should have been more worthy.
All right. We'll go ahead and get the breakthrough. And really, there's no... Let's see. So we lost 2, right? Did we lose 2 here? Yeah, we lost 2. So...
Welcome to the shadow. You can't defeat me.
Attack!
We draw power from their blood.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain, my friend. We will get one of those, and we will get some... Wait, I thought we got cards from her. At the end of each turn, draw a card for each friendly creature that died in Disciple of the Mirrored Lane. Oh, maybe I had to play her first, I guess?
The void awaits you.
That would have been my bad.
Speak, citizen.
I mean, Odahviing is going to be great here if we can survive that long.
I will cut your
I mean, Dark
purse
Seducer is going to help,
your
but
throat.
that's 6, 7, 8. Yeah, just keep it coming. Just keep it coming. I mean, why not, right? Oh gosh. Oh, screw you, Poopstone.
With our lord.
Ita Oriel.
I mean, it doesn't help us. We need to survive 3 more
Of the
turns
living.
before Odahviing comes down. We're not going to make it that long. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to put the games back up over there. I thought about it, but like I said, I also don't want to put a whole lot of holes in the wall. While this place is great, I don't think any of us necessarily are thinking about this as being like a long-term thing. So I'm really reluctant to perforate the walls. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do is get some shelves, red shelves. I like red shelves, metal, and some black metal, steel. What do you call that? What do you call that? The board. order pegboard. There you go, pegboard, and get magnets, and so you can actually. Oh, I didn't see what they. I don't care at this point. Like I said, it's kind of it's just a matter of when we die, not anything else. I'm guessing we will, sir. I'm guessing we will.
My scales move in shadow.
Some pegboard, and then I got like little 2-inch pegs, and I got cases for the games, like clear ones, and so you put the little tabs on there. Ooh, thank you for that. Rumpin' Rufus is online.
I'll see you.
Alright, so trying to survive for 2 more turns, not great, but arguably, well, it wouldn't have got us anywhere. Oop, so you got to wait for that charge. I was hoping I'm going to get charged, but oh, and that's gonna suck. And the problem is, not everything died. This turd muffin right here does not die to Odaving, so, and that's still 1 turn away.
Speak, citizen.
They call me the Bandit King.
I'm guessing he has a way to finish this off. Cliff Racer, that would just be the icing on the cake for today.
Need to get Mother some flowers.
Alright.
Pretty
We're wasting our time at this point. Oh my gosh! Oh, I mean, I was kind of holding out hope, but that just got ridiculous. That was just not a fun game to play. I mean, there is a moment when you're getting your butt kicked. There is a moment where it's kind of fun. It's not fun that you're getting your butt kicked, but you're like, okay, there's a challenge. There's something for me to try to play around or try to get through, or you know, it's like versus. I mean, I've said many times I don't like games that just feel like they were given to us. So the one game that we won today was given to us, but it was given to us at the last minute, so it kind of felt okay because we were trying to fight our way through it. But every other game, it just feels like there's not. You pass the tipping point of fighting, it's fun as a challenge, and just becomes okay. We're just going down and down and down and down, and it's going to take some stroke of luck for us to pull this off, or a better player. Never disregard that. I don't know. Maybe that's helped my mentality a little bit.
Well met, marsh friend.
There's always. I don't think I've had a game yet where somebody hasn't been like, you totally misplayed there. I should have traded, so he'd have to hit me in the face, but this is an Empire deck, so they're in no rush. And if we don't have another car, okay, good. Do you hear that? Yeah, it's a toilet flushing, and our game's going down it. So, once again, my standard disclaimer, anytime I use anybody as deck, this is not representative of... Really?
Chimera, spirit of the sky, guide us!
This is not indicative of what this deck can do. It was doing very well when we watched it. That's usually when people give me their deck, it's because they actually did very well with it. And they're like, hey, if you want to have other people play. I mean, we're going to get rushed down by an Empire, and I actually kind of don't mind. I mean, I don't want to completely throw the game, and I should have drawn first, but... Yeah, that wasn't going to do anything. We haven't played well, I guess we have our Mud Crab, but not much going on there. Empire opponent with a bunch of cards, no damage, 6 points of health. Yeah, I probably should concede right here. Yeah. We'll give it a few seconds, but you'll know. You'll see it. See if you can see when I decide we're going to end this, and that's it. Like we only got to play like 3 cards in 6 turns, and one of them gets nuked off the board. There's just no way. So we're going to play one more game. That's all I can stomach right now. Again, I'm not mad. I'm just not. We're back to kind of that really just not having a good time, and that feeds on itself. If you kind of get in a stinky mood, that's why it's good if you can get like 2 wins right off the jump, 1 or 2 wins. Or that's what I'm saying. That 50% win rate that keeps your your thought process at about the right place where you want it to be, where you're like, okay, every game you look at is a possibility to win. Whereas when you just get loss after loss, regardless of the reason why, whether it's the game being stupid, whether it's you being stupid, whether it's a combination of both, which is probably most likely the case. Once you get to that point, you're kind of like, just what's the point? So I do apologize to a degree. I mean, I'm not, like I said, not salty, just, not mad, just disappointed. Like, oh, like I don't mind a 50% win rate day. Like, that's not bad.
Luck to your house.
Wait. Did you hear that?
But we're at, man, I think we might finish out here at, I don't know,
I'll take them with
a really low number. If we played 10 games, we'd have a 10% win rate. So maybe a 20% win rate?
I smell the stench of the living.
I'll take them with me.
See, this is one of those times where I mean, Poopstone and I are never gonna be friends. But this is one of the times where it doesn't necessarily hurt. Partially because I don't have a better 4-drop to play right now, but also because, like, from now on we're just value generating. Hey, there we go. First Rune Prophecy. Why not?
I do not fear death.
Mud crab, merchant. Read my lips. Mouth paws.
Hey, that's why you wait. That's why you wait. Boy, howdy, if my mud crab didn't get a charge. So that's the exception. If your opponents always have Shadow Fen,
Did I stutter or something? Did you hear that?
then it becomes a net loss. But,
We of the rich adapt and survive.
alright, so yeah, he got the worst one.
This shall heal you.
We'll go ahead and give this to
I
General
know
Tullius. Or unless the Oreo cookie... Oh, makeshift. I forgot makeshift was a thing.
All right, men, on me.
Awaiting your command.
Alright, General. Bring us home. You're going to stay on the board. You're going to get big and buff. And you are going to wreck their Farkany. We're going to make that trade just because why not? I'm throwing all these down because I'm going to journey next turn. I don't care.
Citizen.
I don't care. How many do we have? 10 creatures. That's not nearly enough, and that does screw up our Flesh Atronach. But this is the last game, and we are about to lose it, so I'm just going to go all in with it. You know what, though? I really don't even care.
Ita Oreo.
I should have done... You know what? Yeah, we're just done. We're just done. That was a gross misplay. Yeah, sorry. You know what? I want to get one... like actual good game, and it's still we still got a little bit of time. I want like a decent game, like just a decent game where we are not just getting absolutely wrecked. But I don't know that I don't think we're going to come across that. I don't think we're gonna live. I mean, no, that was a misplay. It was a misplay. That was my bad. But no, it was not a game-ending misplay. But our opponent had a board. We did not. And that's not great against control. So it was not gonna get better from there. You got to know when to fold them. There's a reason why whoever that guy was sang that particular song about the thing with the holding and the folding. You got to know when to fold them. When to walk away. And this is one of those times, sometimes you have those moments where like you're doing awesome in a game. Like maybe you beat a game that you've been trying to beat for a long time, or maybe you have an amazing game of Tesla. You get to Legend, right? And then you like, and then you realize, like, you turn off the game and you're like, life still is At least try, game. Try to pretend like you're trying to let me play. Like, at this point, I think we all understand. If I don't have a 3-drop at least on the next turn, this game is a concession as well. Okay, well, dagnabbit, on a technicality. Oh, man. But yeah, so you have that bummer situation where, like, I mean, who wants to play Undeclared Sorceress on an empty board? Like, that is the worst. Screw you, Mud Crab. Screw you.
We draw power from
Your turn was 4 turns ago. And you've been mediocre at best.
I'll lead my family to glory.
Do we just edict? No. We can trade. That's fine.
You will feed me.
Reflective Automaton. Don't need you, buddy. Don't need you.
Mud crab merchant.
You are so mediocre. So mediocre. Why are you so mediocre? I mean, we know our opponent's trying to get a crap ton of these, and we're just going to let him because I'm not going to mess with the pointy wall of spikes.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
Is someone out there?
Loop-a-doop-a-doo. And if we don't see a Shadowfen Priest to knock out our recently played support, I will be astounded. And you shall see the astoundedness in my face. That's my astounded face.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
Give me that card. Yes, yes. It's a sad little...
Chimera, spirit of the sky.
Or something?
I mean, our opponent is on the offensive here.
Must I do everything myself?
I kind of want to edict her just on GP. And since I've got nothing but edicts, like...
Speak.
No, we've got to save edict for the big thing that's coming down at some point. We know it is.
My claws are sharp and thirsty.
That's not a big thing. What do you got? Squish?
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
No squish? No squishy for you? Yep, kill the cat ball. Whatever. Okay. Like, there's just nothing I'm excited to play right now.
Ita Oriel.
You will feed my clan.
I can't remember if he puts a guard in this lane or...
The Empire has no orders.
It does. Okay, cool. All right, so... Ooh, and that's a 4/5? Oh, because of the Divine Fervor. So yeah, he's going to get silenced, I'm sure. Well, there's going to be a squish involved. Something's going to happen.
You must be cleansed.
There we go. There we go. Where were you, Shadowfen? Took you a while.
Should help.
Die on this one.
All right, so now we're just going to go face.
You will die where you stand.
We're just going to go face.
You'll all come to regret this day.
Talos and Ulfric.
Let's see. We'll go raise dead.
Speak, citizen.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
And we are going to go ahead and... Yeah, let's edict that. I just want to keep everybody that I can on board. Oh, we might actually pull off a W here at the end, folks.
Defeated.
Hey, we did it! I feel... Okay, so Krakazoid... I must be having a worse day than I am. So there we go. We persevered. We persevered. We kept playing. You see what we did there? We just kept playing. And look at us. We're almost ready to come out of the snake. Yeah, we only fell 4 places or 3 places or whatever it was. So yeah, that was a day. That was a gaming session on Tessel. One of the less than fun Mondays. But we got to do a little dancing, and I got to hang out with you guys. So I call it all good. And I'm actually just feeling so much better right now. Just because what I was going to say is, you know, you have those days where you're like, you do awesome in a game, and then you're like, oh, real life sucks. The good thing about sucking in a game is that when you go to the real world, or when you, like, as soon as I close this game out, it's going to be like, hey, everything isn't horrible. Like, there are so many other things that I can do and do well and succeed in. And I will try to do something and it will actually work out. Like, life can't shut you down the way the game can. Just out of curiosity, though, you're free to go if you want to. I'm just curious. I want to see just how badly, what our win rate was today. Oh, we got a IO. Hey, mate, if you're done recording stuff, would you like to assist me with making some decks for the 100th episode? I will get back with you, IO. I will get back with you. I got to figure that out. I've actually got, unfortunately today, I've got folks coming to look at a door, and I have got to go get out and do some shopping. So unfortunately, my move is nowhere near done, folks. It's not going to be done for about a week and a half because I need shelving and stuff to get in here before I can actually put anything away at this point. So I'm just wading through boxes. I'm just picking out stuff when I can. Let's see, match history. That's what I want to see. Let's see here. So we got one win. Well, let's see. We started what today? Where did we start? Well, we started with this right here. Here we go, spell sword. Oh, so we didn't play that many games. So we played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and we won 3 of them. So almost 50%. But like I said, it's a big difference. When you feel 50, it's kind of like you're barely there. And so we were at a 40% win rate, or well, less than 50% win rate. So not quite as good feeling. 3 Empire. Of course, we lost. We started off with a loss to Invade, which probably didn't put us in didn't feel great after that in general, but yeah. So just a reminder, folks, don't play Invade. You can just kind of ruin everybody's day with it. It didn't ruin my day per se, but it's just no fun. Yeah. So anyway, take care and thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep playing.